YCT H5Pro Excavator grading system. Frequently asked questions about calibration. Question 1. Can the H5Pro be installed on either side of the excavator arm? Answer: no, it cannot. Due to software limitations, the H5Pro can only be installed on the left side. Besides, the excavator cab is located on the left side of the boom and arm, so installing it on the left allows the operator to clearly see the device and its working status. Question 2. Can the H5Pro be calibrated while it is tilted? Answer: no, it cannot. Tilting the device will directly affect measurement accuracy. The calibration must be done with a unit perpendicular to the ground. Question 3. Can the system work normally without anti-slip blocks or with only one anti-slip block installed? Answer: no, it cannot. If you do not install the anti-slip blocks or install only one, you will have to recalibrate the system every time you disassemble it. This will also lead to larger elevation deviations as the arm tilts more. Therefore, after installing the anti-slip pads, the equipment can not only be stabilized during construction, but also kept fixed at its calibrated position. Even if the equipment is removed, simply reinstall it onto the fixed position of the anti-slip pads next time, and no recalibration is required. Question 4. Can we use different bucket tips for point collection and actual measurement? Answer: yes, we can. Using different bucket tips for point collection and measurement will not affect the final measurement results. Question 5. Why does uneven ground cause inaccurate measurements from point A? Answer: as shown in the picture, if the ground is uneven and the measuring position is higher than the reference point A, the system will mistakenly rate it as point F. If it is lower than reference point A, it will be mistakenly read as point E. This changes the distance from point A, which finally results in inaccurate measurements. Question 6. Why is the measurement from point A to the bucket tip inaccurate? Answer: as shown in the picture, inaccurate readings happen if the bucket is not fully rolled out, if the bucket cylinder loses pressure, or if the ground is sloped. A position higher than the bucket tip will be misread as point J, and a position lower than the bucket tip will be misread as point K. This changes the actual distance from the bucket tip to point A, leading to inaccurate measurements. Question 7. How do I perform calibration if the bucket tips are of inconsistent lengths? Answer: first, it is always best to ensure the leftmost and rightmost bucket tips are of the same length. Second, if the left and right bucket tips are not the same length, lower the longer bucket tip until it just touches the ground, with the shorter bucket tip suspended in the air. Then, complete the calibration using the vertical projection point of the shorter bucket tip. For all construction operations, use the longer bucket tip for point sampling and measurement. Question 8. Do you need to recalibrate after replacing the excavator or fitting a different sized bucket? Answer: yes, it is. After replacing with a bucket of different specifications, the original calibration data will become invalid and recalibration is mandatory. Calibration can be performed directly at the original mounting position of the anti-slip blocks. Likewise, you need to recalibrate first, then reinstall the anti-slip pads after replacing the excavator.